Hi guys, welcome to Draw with Sandee at the Little Artistic Nook. Today we'll be drawing this cute little donut. To begin, come towards the center of your page and start by drawing out an oval for your donut's eye. Draw a small curved line just near the bottom of the eye and a large heart near the top for your first two highlights, and then a small dot just underneath the heart. Next, I'm going to draw on an eyelid just by sweeping a small line extending to the left from the top of the eye and then shading it in. Let's give our donut a really big smile, so start by coming towards the center of the eye and drawing a straight line across the center of your page. Then, create the bottom of the mouth by drawing a big U underneath that line. You can add in a tongue by just drawing a curve and then filling in the rest of the mouth with your marker or your pencil. Now we can make the second eye by once again creating a big oval and then drawing in our highlights, first with a nice curve along the bottom, a large heart near the top of the eye, and just a little dot beneath that. Then you can go ahead and just fill in your eye. Then we'll finish the eye off by just sweeping a line over the top and extending out to the right for the eyelid. Now let's draw in our cheeks by coming to the outside edge of the eye and sweeping a curve just underneath it. Repeat this step underneath your second eye. Then to make our donut extra cute, add some little eyebrows just above the eyes. To draw out the body, I'm going to start by drawing just a shallow curved line that is scooping towards the eyebrows, so almost like a really long, really shallow U shape. You want this line to go past the outside edges of the eyes, and you want it also to be higher than your eyebrows. Then just from the very top, you're going to draw another curve, this time facing downwards inside of that line. What you should end up with is an oval shape that has broken edges. Then place a dot just about center of the page, center of that oval, and another one just underneath the mouth. Then you're going to curve in an oval shape, so you want to come further out on the side so that your donut is longer than it is taller. And you're going to start to connect these four dots with nice curved lines, coming all the way to the bottom. So my line at the top is much closer to that little circle than it is at the bottom. When you've closed off your donut circle, you can come back to that little dot you made out at the side, and if you can't see it, then just come about halfway down and start to draw in some icing. So my icing is just going to be some wavy lines, and I'm going to make the icing lower than the cheeks, the mouth, the lowest part of your face. Once you get to the other side of the face, you're going to start to curve this line a little bit back up towards the center of the donut so that you have created a shape that looks rounded instead of just straight across the page. Now let's add in some arms and legs. I'm going to start at the bottom with the feet by just drawing two little lines extending from the bottom of my donut and adding a little circle at the end for the foot. My arms are going to be in the icing and about in line with the middle of the eye, pointing upwards. So draw your lines and then add your circles on the ends so that they're facing the outside edge of your donut. Now it's time to add some sprinkles. So for my sprinkles, I'm just doing little rounded rectangles. So pretty much my corners are nice and soft instead of really pointy. You can do any kind of sprinkles you like. You could make little dots, you could make stars, hearts, really anything goes. And if you're not into sprinkle donuts, then you don't have to add sprinkles at all. Now we're ready to give a setting to this. So start off by drawing a ground that's just coming in behind your donut. So I'm making my ground a little higher than the bottom of his feet, and it extends out both the left and right side of my page. Then on the right, I'm going to draw out a stalk of wheat by starting with a curved line coming from the ground and adding a small little loop at the top. Then I'll come back down towards the bottom of my stem, and starting just a little higher, I'm going to make a loop on both sides, creating a shape that looks like a heart. I'm going to keep making this shape by creating one loop at a time on each side of the stalk all the way up until I reach the top. To finish it off, I'm going to just add some little lines in between each loop to create some little wispy pieces. On the left side of my page, I'm going to do a really tall stalk of wheat this time, just making a nice curvy line, topping it with a little loop, and then once again drawing those loops, one on each side of the stalk, all the way back up in that heart shape. If your loops don't make perfect hearts, or if they're not perfectly sitting on the ones beneath them, it's really not a big deal. It's just about making it nice and whimsical. Then don't forget to add in all those little wispy lines in between your loops. Let's add in a few little sprinkles just floating in the air because this donut's pretty happy. So I just imagine it's like sprinkle confetti. And then finally, I'm going to give my donut a couple little friends. So here in Canada, we call them Timbits, but I know that in a lot of other places you call them donut holes or donut centers. I'm not really sure. So to do those, I'm just going to make little circles. They don't have to be perfect circles because they are little balls of cake. And then I'm going to add some arms and legs, little hands and feet, and of course some super cute faces. My first guy here, he's just sort of jumping off the ground, and my second one's going to be way up high in the air like he's just jumping off or coming in for a nice big landing on the top of my donut. To make him look extra excited, I'm going to draw his arms reaching out nice and wide, just like the little guy at the bottom, and I'm going to give him a really happy face as well, with some little rainbow eyes and a nice open mouth, just like I did for my big donut. So thank you so much for drawing with me today, guys. If you liked this tutorial, don't forget to give a thumbs up to this video and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned till the end to see if your artwork's being featured. And until next time for another Draw with Sandee at the Little Artistic Nook, keep making art and keep smiling.